was just a really dangerous position because it was on flat rock and there's 8-foot sets coming through. So visibility was almost zero.
The water was murky. You see a shape and your heart rate's going through the roof. I've got the waves washing in my face and I decided to go down. This is where I'm confronted with the gentleman who's stuck on the rocks. I try and grab him, but I can't seem to free him.
It can lull you into this false sense of security. You get these big sets coming through, and in between, there's not a lot of wave, and all of a sudden, what looks like a freak wave will come, and that's basically what happened on Saturday.
Late afternoon, and the swell peaks at 10 feet. But the period between the waves is deceptively long.
This alert tone went through and we heard North Bondi. So myself and Jake immediately looked over towards the Ben Buckler area and noticed people up on the point pointing out to the ocean.
A call comes through to the tower. Minutes earlier, an eyewitness filmed two people venturing out onto Ben Buckler Headland.
Got a call on the phone saying that there was an unconscious patient in the water off the back of Ben Buckler. So myself and Beardy launched a ski.
Went to the boat ramp and I immediately saw a lady who had cuts all over her legs. And so I just went straight up to them and started asking questions. And that was the lady who had been knocked over and was missing her husband.
We knew we were in for a difficult task. You know, the ocean was aggressive. The rocks that make it even more of an unfriendly environment, and we knew that timing was pretty critical. The clock's on for survival.
The lifeguards are desperate for information about the missing man. But his wife is Russian and doesn't speak English.
As it happened, somebody spoke Russian, so I had an interpreter. I basically asked her, can you show me where you went swimming, or can you show me where you were? As we went to start walking to go and pinpoint this area, a body just washed up on flat rock right in front of my eyes. My initial reaction was, oh my God, there's a body right in front of us all. I've got to go and get it, and I'm by myself. The emergency services were up on the hill, and I'm not even sure if they saw it. So I went to go and get it, but the next wave washed the body back into the water.
The risk of brain damage becomes more likely after approximately 5 minutes without oxygen.
It is critical we get in the water and start conducting that search.
You know, he's still got a chance, so we're going to sort of do everything in our power to try and bring him back. We sort of restarted our search around that area, and Beardy jumped off with a mask and some fins and sort of was swimming around.
More police and paramedics arrive. This is now the most critical rescue of the season.
It's very confronting to know that you're about to jump in the water and you're looking for a body, and there's a very good chance that you're going to find him. I had to tell the other boats to move away from me, because if I'm diving under and I have a boat buzz over the top of me and hit me, well, I'm just another patient.
Between them, Jake, Beardy and Chapo have over 40 years of lifeguarding experience.
It was just a really dangerous position because it was on flat rock and there's 8-foot sets coming through. So visibility was almost zero.
The water was murky. You see a shape and your heart rate's going through the roof. You're coming up, you're hearing the crowd. It's really amazing how your senses just start tuning into everything. I've got the waves washing in my face and I decided to go down. This is where I'm confronted with the gentleman who's stuck on the rocks. I try and grab him, but I can't seem to free him. I have to yell out to Chapo, you need to give me a hand, I can't grab him. Me and Chapo are able to free the gentleman. And there's a lot of current pulling against us, and there's so many things that are working against you. We're fighting to try and pull basically a dead weight up on the back of a rocking jet ski was really hard. Jake was able to manoeuvre that jet ski perfectly to give us the best opportunity of getting this gentleman up the boat ramp safely, and safely for ourselves.
Jake's driving was sensational. And then another legend from nowhere, just a bystander, came and helped me and Beardy, and me and Beardy had the arms and he had the legs, and like we couldn't have done it without him.
Beardy immediately begins resuscitation. It's now been over 20 minutes since the man was swept into the sea.
We have to start CPR, and we're not going to stop until the paramedics come and tell us not to. You know, once they worked out where we were, they were very quickly to take over and give this guy every opportunity. And they did everything. They tried really hard in a really difficult situation to basically bring this guy back.
After 10 minutes of CPR, paramedics pronounce the man dead.
This is just a really tragic accident. Unfortunately, this couple had ventured out in an area that they were unfamiliar with. You know, their intention wasn't to come down to Bondi with any risky behaviour. They were just not informed about the power of the ocean. For me, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to be involved in that situation and actually see the gentleman pass away, really, and in front of his wife. There's nothing more that we could have done. This particular incident, the odds were just against us, the gentleman, but operationally I couldn't be more proud of our team.
Midsummer and conditions are ideal. Though while it's beautiful one day, it's not always perfect the next.
I'm wearing a jumper and tracksuit pants. It's freezing today. I don't know why people are swimming. And yesterday was 30 degrees, so I thought everyone might have got beach days out of their system, but it's still busy down here.
Attention all swimmers, hey guys, it's very dangerous today. Please move north into the middle of the red and yellow flags for us, please.
A storm in the Tasman Sea has whipped up a powerful swell.
Yeah, it's just taking a large group out of the flags and put them in a bit of a hole.
Will and Joel support rookie Noah.
Yeah guys, usually out there, just keep moving in, don't come across, come straight back to shore please.
Undeterred by the stormy conditions, the swimmers have little idea just how treacherous Bondi is today.
Yeah, I can see a situation that's becoming pretty dangerous pretty quickly. For an adult out there, they're generally okay because it's only sort of waist-depth water, but there's a bunch of schoolgirls down there. The water's like rapids, so it's gone from being relatively safe and okay to a bit of a situation on our hands.
Several people are now in trouble, but there are just 3 lifeguards on hand.
I think someone needs to go there, guys. She's got her hand up.
Yeah, copy. Originally, I thought I was just driving down to be an extra set of eyes of the flags, and all of a sudden, I've got a mass rescue on my hands.
Will uses the megaphone to direct swimmers away from the rip.
Girls out the back, walk towards the flags please.
Yet more people are being pulled from the shore by the rip, but Joel focuses on a mum cradling her young son.
You alright?
He's managed to get the mother and her son on board who are frantically panicking. You can tell they just want to get in there, but he's had to then keep them on the board and try and get the 2 others who are in distress.
Go out that one out the back. Just go.
As Noah backs up, one of the exhausted girls fights her way onto the board, leaving her friend out of reach.
I was really struggling to drag my way across to this girl and just try and grab her hand so I could pull her over. But she's just getting smashed by these waves in the back, and they keep pushing her under, and she did disappear for a second, and I was really worried. It was such a relief, get a visual on the patient.
Finally, Joel has everyone on his board.
I've got 4 people on my board. I've just got to do my best just to try and fight this rip and get across to that sandbank. If one of these girls came off, we were right in this rip and they'd just be gone.
Getting the 4 back to shore against that rip is difficult. Luckily, Joel's got the strength to do it.
Once we got there, it was a really good feeling, and they were all really, really relieved to be back on the sand.
hats off to Joel for that one. That was impressive.
All of a sudden you were in and then you got pulled out.
Yeah, and then we just got pulled out and I looked back to shore and it was just like so far away.
The swimmers, undeterred by terrible weather, are lucky to be alive.
They were super panicky when I got to them. They were sort of screaming for help, but once I managed to get them all on the board, we made our way in all right, but yeah, it was pretty sticky there.
Every season, Bondi's lifeguards face off in the annual Lifeguard Challenge.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be sick out there, man.
It's a contest that every lifeguard dreams of winning.
This is my 25th Lifeguard Challenge down here, so Quinn and I are showing our age now against these young thoroughbreds. Couple of relics.
All summer, hopeful competitors have been training for this event.
The lifeguard race is a little bit like Fight Club. You don't talk about the lifeguard race, but everyone seems to rock up here on race day in pretty good nick. Everyone's got shaved legs, shaved chest. It's pretty competitive. You cop a lot from the boys if you're not going very well. Last year, I came in about second last.
This summer, Joel is determined to finish on the podium. And he's got a secret weapon to help him do it.
I've enlisted the help of my brother, Matt, who's a professional Ironman. Hopefully he can whip me into some sort of shape.
The current Coolangatta Gold champion has chosen a secret training location. Now, Jules and Jethro want to get in on the act.
So we're here at the Northern Beaches to train the crew to get ready for the race. You know, we want to put them through their paces, make sure they've got a bit of mental fortitude, know they've done the work and perform come race day.
Come on, go, start. Let's go. Go, Lowe.
One-man racing's not my thing. It's too competitive. It gets to me. So it was probably about time to hold some face.
My legs are too skinny. My top's too big. It's not for me.
I would just like to do this event and walk away being proud of myself.
Soft sand, that's the hardest running you'll ever do. So,
Courtney Hancock has won the Nutrigrain Iron Woman Series 3 times.
to be able to share that knowledge with Joel, Jules and Jeff, I feel really proud to be their mentor.
That was so good. Yeah, Joel.
Ali Day is 2-time Nutrigrain Ironman champion.
Yeah, so training for us is full-time. You're doing anywhere between 15 to 18 sessions a week. The three of us wouldn't change it for the world. We absolutely love what we do, and it's so nice to come down and share it with the three guys as well.
Bondi's lifeguards are incredibly fit, but can the training techniques of Australia's top Iron men and women take them to a new level?
Out here today was some of the most testing conditions. The way they've improved throughout this kind of boot camp we've done for them has been incredible.
The question now is whether the training has turned one of these lifeguards into the next Bondi champion.
All right, so we'll head down to the boards and we'll start.
The course begins with a board paddle from Bondi around the headland to Tamarama Beach. Next is an 800-metre swim to Bronte. The final leg, a 2.5-kilometre run back to Bondi.
Intimidating doesn't even cover it. It's horrific. The energy that they bring and that male ego and testosterone. I literally start every event like this almost in tears, just freaking out.
Jules, along with Jethro and Joel, will have their secret weapons to support them.
I really wanted to do myself and Courtney proud, and I just really want to have a go.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
The race is handicapped. Jules goes off go with Mario.
Go, Jethro.
Go. Go, Jeffrey.
Jethro is handicapped into the second group.
Spin the wheels. Push, Chapo.
Go.
When Hoppo said go, I just took off and just try and get out clean, because if you lose the board at the start, you stop.
Okay, so we've got the last group going off at 7 minutes. Go.
A mix of strength, courage and determination, the race is also about finding the perfect pace.
I put it in on the board, but I thought I might have gone a bit hard because I went past Jules in the bay and I was sort of closing in on a muzzer.
Yeah, the muzz!
My arms, mate, my traps all getting that sore, and I just knew I had this swim coming up.
Looking nice, big training.
Now, you got an update, mate?
Top 3, Mario.
Jeffro, and Juliana.
Oh, Jules is there. So Jules is still in third.
Yeah, Juliana.
Some competitors go wide around the rocks into Tamarama, while others take their chances between waves.
Chapo theory.
Oh, going in close. Joel's getting beaten by the trainee.
I was saying to Joel, if he was in this position, sit on the wash, get the feet, you know, conserve some energy.
Tactic.
Well, they're probably not athletes like you guys. You know, I'm hoping they're back before it gets dark over here.
Me and Noah really pushed the pace on the paddle leg. Noah just took it from there and I just slotted in behind the trainee and got him to drag me all the way to Tama.
This little bit's getting everyone out.
At Tamarama, the field is bunched up ahead of the swim leg.
It was pretty solid at Tama. So yeah, it was just nice to get a wave, stay on the board, hold the board and just get in one piece.
Coming into Tama, I actually picked up a pretty good wave and I had Noah outside, so I just veered left a little bit and tried to cut him off. He managed to stay on the wave and yeah, he had a bit to say about that.
At the marker buoy, Italian lifeguard Mario hangs on.
Yeah, we just got Mario. He's turned the boy first on the swim.
Jules.
All those boys. No, can't Jeffro when he can't.
Jeffro does look like Jules, so it's hard to get mixed up.
I went in a completely different spot to all the guys and I just got shot out to the can where the jet ski was.
Killing it.
Next is Jules, and then I've got two more heads coming through.
Going into that swim leg, I was hurting pretty bad.
We got Joel coming around the buoy.
I had Wally, the super fish, coming up my rear, so I was a little bit worried.
Come on, mate. Talk to us about it.
I didn't have the best swim, to be fair. I was breaststroking like an old duck in a Pilates class in the pool. But once I got out the back, this wave just came out of nowhere and I just cracked it, hit the sand, looking around. There's no one around, mate.
See if shit hurting, eh? Jeffro touch his hand first.
Oh, Jeff's in front.
The fastest lifeguards on the service are now moving up the field.
We're on to our last leg. It's about 2.5 kilometre run from Bronte back to Bondi, and it's all starting to heat up.
It's the final chance to take the lead.
Yeah, I get seasick.
This is trainee Noah's first lifeguard challenge.
Man, if I could rate my life right now, wouldn't it be bloody high?
According to my watch, it said for the entire run leg, I didn't get below a 190 heart rate. I don't think that's healthy.
There's someone coming down the stairs this way. Is there someone right behind him?
I think it could be close. That's Jeff right there.
It's a random runner.
That's Wally, isn't it?
First thing I see is his hair, and I'm going, is it Wally? Or is it Jethro?
That's
Jeff.
Jeff.
It is Jeff. It's Jeff.
Miracles do happen.
No way.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Jeff.
And that last 20 metres with shoes on in the sand, it was like my legs were burning. But just seeing the boys in front of me, seeing Hoppo there, it just, all the pain disappeared and I was just frothing.
Yes! There is no one in sight, Jeff. Training camp. Training camp back. It's all about the training camp.
I don't win many events. Actually, I don't win events ever. I don't even do events. So to finally do an event and come across the line first, it felt bloody good.
Go, Will! Get in, Mario! Get in, son!
I was just happy to finish it and not come last and not let Mario beat me.
Get Mario! Come on, Noah! Noah! What are you doing, mate?
I was pretty gutted by the end. Hit the sand with about 50 metres to go and I just kind of lost all my speed and I just died in the arse.
In the previous year, Joel came second last. This year, he's in the top of the field.
Keep going! Yeah, Jolie!
It was a good feeling, but at the same time, I was pretty out of it, to be honest. A lot of people said that I was looking pretty grey in the face, and I actually had a sneaky little spew as well.
Just behind Harries, but ahead of Chapo, is Jules.
The training hugely paid off. I felt like I was in a team and I was doing it for both of us, so it was really cool. Thank you so much.
I'm so pumped for you.
Oh, mate, so great. Mate, I'm so proud. He's just done so well today. That was red hot. I did not expect the racing to be that hard.
The fast guys went off a minute behind me and they didn't catch me, so I don't know. Hopefully I've earned a little bit of respect.
Absolutely.
Still going to cop a bit of shit.
How good were you out there? I mean, like straight from the start, smart, just went around the wave and then took the best line, so all the boys followed you. It was just so good to see.
First across the line was Jeff.
I'm absolutely stoked. Couldn't ask for more. And look, maybe I'll be back next year, or maybe I would just take it as an undefeated win and never do it again.
lifeguard, you always want to do your best, and you come to work every day to save people's lives.
If you're not good swimmers, you shouldn't be going where you can't touch the bottom. Come on, guys, keep swimming. That's it, mate. Keep throwing them over. 1, 2, 1, 2.
People come to Bondi to have a great time. The last thing on their mind is not returning home.
There's no more swimming down this end of the beach, especially in front of these dangerous current signs. Good swimmers, bad swimmers, non-swimmers, everyone.
We do our best. We save a lot of people down here. You can't save everyone.
Someone drowns while you're meant to be watching is my biggest fear.
Go up between the red and yellow flags and listen to everything that the lifeguards are telling you. It'll stop you from dying. Do you want to die today?
Breaking news at Bondi Beach, where a swimmer has vanished and is presumed drowned.
It was an eerie day. It was cold. The surf was 6 foot and the rips are as strong as I've ever seen them down here.
We were all just sitting in the tower. Azza's just spotted a couple of Japanese kids just having a play in the shore, and they just started getting sucked out.
Folded down in the rhino and I was just going to Jake, get your gear off, mate. This guy's underwater already.
Paddling out as hard as I could. Reached the first guy who was already underwater.
Got out to Jake and he had this guy just slumped on the front of his board and I was like, where's the other guy? And he was like, I don't know, he was just here. And I just swung around. I seen this guy's head just like that and I just went, there he is. And I just swung around. I started paddling, but this wave just jacked up and it just picked me up and just threw my board in the air.
All I'm thinking about in my head is just, I've got to get to him. I started swimming as fast as I could, just watching this guy under 10 metres away from me, just bobbing up, and I saw him get hit by one wave. Yeah, he just didn't come back up, so it's just, it was just so close.
We launched a ski and I got out there, I picked Jake up.
I was thinking, you know, like maybe, you know, there might be a chance.
I knew we weren't going to find him, but we didn't want to give up.
It's already started to sort of hit you a little bit. After sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, you know, it does start to turn into a body retrieval.
I just never forget Jake just screaming, just, I'm so sorry. I was just like, is this not good, but yeah, it's just you just felt so responsible for what happened.
Emergency services have had no luck in their search for a swimmer missing off Bondi Beach. The victim from Japan got caught in rough conditions with a friend just before 5:30.
Haven't had a drowning down here for 7 or 8 years, so this is, yeah, the lifeguards take their job seriously. This is what we try to avoid. We get millions of people each year and sometimes we lose someone.
Shohei was 22 years old. He came to Australia to learn English. He'd been here for 2 months and he was in his last week of study. The host family came down and paid a visit. Always say to the boys, you don't want to have to explain to a family that you were on duty when it happened. It's not a good feeling at all. I'm very grateful. They knew how much effort we put into trying to save him, but I explained to them that we did our best, that our best wasn't good enough on the day.
Having someone die, I never want that to happen again, and I think everyone that works on this service never wants to see it again. So, eyes on the water, 24/7.
2 heads, they're right on shore.
Troy spotted 2 swimmers standing on the bank down the south corner. And it was just a routine, go down, move them into the safe area. Walking down to the car is 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and that's all it took from standing to drowning.
You get there really quick, they've fallen into the hole, and they're not good.
Our response time to incidents is measured in seconds. The difference between 10 and 15 seconds is life or death.
Keep an eye on the first guy, got the second guy at the back, okay? Reidy, you're definitely in as well.
The radio's going in my ear, get there. Flying down the beach as fast as I can. You've got to dodge people, you've got to get your uniform off, you've got to keep an eye on 2 people drowning. I was trying to keep one eye on each of these guys. To have 2 and me, it's generally it doesn't work out for one of them. Keep going, you're right. And I just got the biggest relief ever, seeing in my corner of my eye, Matt D on the other board. I don't know where he came from. Take your bike. And I just turned and I paddled as hard as I could to find the other guy. I couldn't see him. I saw him 1 minute and I didn't see him the next. Stay there, stay there.
Oh my gosh, that was scary.
Stay there. Grabbed him by the hair, pulled him on. I had to look over my shoulder to make sure Matt had the other guy. And that was just the closure for me that we'd got them both.
Is that it? Just
Yeah, Reidy, it was just the 2. It was a close one.
Really confronting for me after having to speak to the boys about having someone drown in front of them, and you know, we worked so hard to prevent that, and to have it almost happen, it's like it hits you pretty hard. You right there? Yeah. Come on, out of the water.
That was insane. It was quite the other week.
I can't believe you didn't go under.
Yeah, good work, Beard, from here. Looked unreal.
Far out. It's a very, very unique feeling, and it hasn't happened to me for a long time. I've been here 13 years, and that doesn't happen a lot. Had to grab you by your hair. Yeah. If you feel sick, go to the doctor. Yeah. Okay? Or if you start to cough, anything like that. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Have a good day. Then I went back and checked on him, and he's from Nepal. Has no water experience, which is fair enough from, you know, a landlocked country. And yeah, he got welcomed to Bondi in the most craziest fashion ever, almost dying.
If I come again in swimming in the Bondi, then I'll see the sign before I go to swim.
I got down there and I saw Beardy paddling to nothing. And then he just stopped and scooped the head up out of the water. Just goes to show how quickly it can happen. Yeah, 30 seconds, dead.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Best one I've seen.
Yeah, thanks.
You're listening to Bondi Beach Radio, and it's another beautiful day down here in the People's Republic of Bondi.
After the incident, I had a couple of rostered days off. I just thought I needed to get back to work as quick as I could. That's the easiest way to put stuff like that behind you. I went over it and over it like nearly thousands of times. Like you definitely just replay it over and over in your head, and there's always things that you could have done differently that may have changed the outcome. But yeah, there was never a question about not coming back to work.
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks, boys.
What's up?
How you feeling? Good.
Gonna stay back, so just gotta get back into it, I think.
Mate, you did unreal at the
end. Thanks, mate.
I think it's going to take a couple of weeks before the boys are really back to normal. Still on the back of your mind constantly when you're looking out there in the water.
They haven't found him, obviously.
No, the boys have been searching. We have to ski in the water for 10 hours a day, every day.
Yeah.
It's so hard to put yourself in their shoes, but if I had to, I mean, to see someone that you're trying every effort to save their life and to watch them go under, I mean, it's very traumatic.
You know, it was the heaviest thing that's ever happened to me in my lifeguard career. You sort of got to stay positive about the whole thing. Otherwise, it plays with your head and, yeah.
Where are they?
Just here on the boogie board.
You got to get back into the swing of things and just get back into your normal routine and just go about your daily life.
You alright? Right?
This has definitely changed me as a person. It's opened my eyes to what the dangers of everything is, like how easy it is to lose someone, how quick it happens, and it's just made me appreciate life.
Guys, you need to make sure you stay up between the red and yellow flags, please.
On a busy day down here in the middle of summer, we can have 35 to 40,000 people and 7 lifeguards. And what we want people to do is swim in the flags, and sometimes we struggle with that because we don't speak 20 languages and it's so hard.
I've told this guy like 5 times to get out of the water, and I can't whistle, so I've got to yell really aggressively. It seems awkward. Hey! Buddy! Get out. Can't swim here. Can't swim here. Okay. Got to swim over there in the flags. Got to go up into the flags if you want to swim. Got to go together to the flags.
The last 2 people that have drowned at Bondi have both drowned up the south end in the most dangerous rips on the beach. Like, if that's not a sign that everyone should swim between the flags, I don't know what is. We've never lost anyone between the flags.
Yeah, once again to the fully clothed people on the side there. You need to come in.
Just those swim in front. We're trying to get him, mate. Can't swim straight.
Yeah, Max. Max is just going out for a little rescue. Just no swimming ability whatsoever. It's terrible to see that people like that go that far out in the water, and yeah, that's what makes our job difficult. Idiots.
No, that's why you need to swim between the flags, not on the side. You're very lucky. Like, we're here to help you, but like if I wasn't there, you probably would have drowned. Hello, girls, up between the flags.
You know, we had a guy unfortunately drown here, so you can see here what could happen, tragedy, and you know, just try my best to keep everyone in between the flags today.
Bondi Central, Lifeguards at Bondi, just to let you know, I've got a guy come up to me. His friend's been missing for a little while. Last seen in the water at the south end.
Where did you see him last? In the water?
Yeah, he's in the water, yes, 15 minutes ago. Yep.
What was he wearing?
Just only pant.
Just undies? T-shirt?
No.
In the case of a missing person, if they're last seen sunbaking up by third ramp or last seen in the water, big difference.
And all your clothes and stuff, your towel?
Yes, yeah, in here.
Have you been there?
Yeah, yes, my wife is still there.
Where they're from, if they're local, if they're not local, if they're from overseas or wherever, that makes a difference.
Come with me, I'll take it out in the car.
So at this stage, we're getting a little bit more concerned. I went with his brother-in-law to try and find this guy, and we actually found his clothes at the bottom of a dangerous current sign. He hasn't read the sign, and he's gone straight in. Can he swim?
He's a little bit swim, not too much.
I don't think he can swim.
We're looking for one person amongst 30,000, needle in a haystack kind of stuff.
We're backpackers and we're with an Indian family, and their friend went swimming pretty much right in front of these dangerous current signs.
It's always in the back of your mind that you've missed someone here, you know, and potentially they could drown.
As I said, there's been a missing person, just all lifeguards on the beach. Yeah, just his nationality and where he swam just worrying me a little bit.
It's starting to get really stressful because you don't want to have a drowning in your head, you know, for the rest of your life.
I didn't see anything, Jake didn't see anything, but his stuff's right in front of this dangerous current sign.
We've got to start thinking of stepping up the search and getting helicopters in and stuff like that. And as usual with these kind of scenarios, like...
How do you do that? Not a true to it, but a follow again. Namusi, what do you how do you give it a true to it? How we have got it? Thank you very much.
The man turns up like a genie in his undies.
He has down here. He has moved around here.
Moved around here, you know.
This is the problem. No, I have seen here. No, I am checking all of these things. You know. So that's why this is the problem. Otherwise, it's very big disaster. No, if I lost someone, then it's very disaster for me, for my family. No.
All good is found. Happy days.
You guys come straight back to shore. You have to go up between the red and yellow flags.
They need to be in the middle of the beach where two flags where all the people are swimming. I can't translate to the guys about the red and yellow flag. You know, we're on the megaphone trying to move people and they don't understand English, you know?
We've tried all sorts of things down here on Bondi to get people to swim between the flags. We've tried megaphones, iPhones in different languages, sign language, everything.
Hey, Juan. Hello, I'm Sally Betts, the Mayor of Waverley. Please, if you come to the beach, swim between the flags.
The latest idea is to put a message on the free beach Wi-Fi. So first thing when you log on, a safety message comes up and the message says in several different languages to swim between the flags. How do you reckon you're going to go, Matty? Languages, any good?
No, well, I've spent a lot of time travelling and I'm half Korean, so...
Really? Half Korean?
Yeah, my dad's Korean.
Really?
No. Any language though, throw one at me, I've got it.
Gitbal Sayi Soman Suyong Haship Shiyo.
I've got Reidy smashed, yeah.
Gitbal Sayi Soman Suyong Haship Shiyo. How did I go?
Beautiful. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Your mother would be proud? Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Can I get Russian? Yeah, my dad's Russian. Got this. Can I fold my arms like I'm Russian?
Okay.
Ostawiates wy bozopośniosti plavat между flagami.
Yeah, if it was a contest between Reidy and myself, I'd smashed him for sure. Heaps better lifeguard too.
Ostawiates wy bozopośniosti plavat между flagami.
He says swim between the flags, so оставайся между флагами. But Russian is very bad.
Natalia? It's not even a Russian name. I don't know who she thinks she is.
Crowds have been coming down to Bondi longer than the lifeguards have been on duty.
Over the last 100 years, the lifeguards have done tens of thousands of rescues. It feels pretty good to know that I've been a part of that.
Pretty likely if you lifeguard for some period of time that you will encounter a dead body.
Body trivials are never easy, you know, and every lifeguard deals with them differently. It's a pretty emotional sort of thing, but you've got to try and block them out so you can think straight and carry out the job as smoothly as you can.
Dealing with dead bodies is confronting. It's not a nice, glamorous part of the job.
No one likes it. Sometimes you just got to do it.
We actually patrol 3 beaches. You've got Bondi, and then you've also got Tamarama and Bronte, just a little bit further south.
Yeah, but Bondi's Bronte.
We're in the tower and we get a call from Bronte over the radio.
Go ahead, Bronte, this is Bondi. Could you get the jet ski over here? We got someone right at the back of the pool and we're not sure what's going on, but there's someone trying to drag someone on a board. Jesse's heading out on a rescue board, but just grab the jet ski just in case.
Just tell us, we'll start launching and we'll wait for further. We're prepping the jet ski to take over to Bronte, but there's not a lot of information at this stage.
Can I come with you?
I'm really stinging to go with him because as a trainee, you want to get everything done. You want to tick all the boxes.
We've only just noticed the guy run out there and he's waving. There's someone on the board trying to get him on a board, so it's pretty, could be a resus, we're not sure yet.
Johnny said it could be a resus, matey.
Johnny, did you see that signal that Jesse just gave you then? He's given the resus signal, mate. We got them. I'm down on the water's edge with a D-bib and LC on a board. Yeah, copy.
We're closely monitoring the radio and Jesse's just given the 3 pulls of the chain.
Get help, get back up, ring the ambulance, get everyone down here because we're in a very bad situation.
So as soon as we hear that, we've got to act accordingly, and that's when we made the decision to step Taco aside and take a more experienced lifeguard in Kobe.
Taco, you can't come.
At that point, I was a bit, not too happy that I got brushed off a bit, but I guess as it's doing it for the good of me.
The last reports are that we've got an unconscious patient in the water, so the quicker we get there, the better off we are. It's 2 Ks to Bronte, and we're going to have to fly to get there.
The boys are, mate, they're halfway to Mackenzie's Point on the jetty. The 2 Graham brothers are going to be arriving, so yeah, mate, that's it so far.
So we've just come around the point at Tamarama. We've gone flat stick, got Kobe on the back, we're bouncing over chops. We still don't know at this stage if the patient's dead or alive. As we approached Bronte, I could see the boys waving and we gradually eased off on the throttle. And when we pulled up, I just seen the look on their face and I could just tell that something wasn't right. Their facial expressions were just like they'd been defeated. I knew that this person wasn't going to be alive.
Yeah, jet's going to point on Central. Looks like we've got a deceased one, but we're going to bring him in.
That's it. When their call came in describing the state of the body, I was just like, oh gosh, thank God I didn't go.
All his face is bleeding really bad too.
Body trivials are never easy, you know, and
It's not a rush.
I tried to settle all the boys. I just said, okay, you know, we had to make a call. We weren't going to work on this patient because he was obviously been in the water for a long time.
What about his other hand? Pass the other hand. No, his other hand. You all right, Johnny? 31.
Fortunately enough, Robbo, the oldest lifeguard amongst us, made the decision to grab the body and bring it up onto the mat, and Kobe gave him a hand, and it wasn't a pleasant sight.
Jet ski to Bronte. Guys, can you organise a towel or something? We're going to have to cover the patient up. We bring him in.
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty emotional sort of thing, but you've got to try and block them out so you can think straight and carry out the job as smoothly as you can.
That's a dark end to a beautiful day.
He's naked as well, but he's got rigor setting. He's pretty stiff, so he might have been there for a while.
The first person to come across the body was a young clubby from Bronte, Diego.
I saw the body floating. He's in the water. I started waiting for you guys here, but I couldn't see anyone, so I decided to put him on my board. I was just thinking about his family, his mom, his dad. Yes, it's pretty bad.
It wasn't a good sight, but this is what comes with our job. Sometimes we've got to do stuff like that. Lucky we didn't send Taco around.
When we got back to the beach at Bondi, Taco was there to give us a hand to wheel the jet ski up the beach.
You didn't miss. There's stuff you don't want to be exposed to. You know what I mean?
Well, I've done something major. You haven't missed anything, mate. It's not something you want to go to.
You know, if you can avoid it, you want to avoid it. You don't want to go there. It's been 2 days since the body retrieval, so we're just getting together as a group and just going to have a discussion and see how everyone's feeling after it and how everyone's travelling.
It's a bit tough to sleep last night, actually, to be honest.
Ready to come in, guys?
Wait. We were watching the water and I was like, this can't come from here because we've had our eyes on the water, so I was kind of like, what was going on? And then when I got to that bit where I was like, 50 metres away and I just seen the body, I was just like, oh, here we go again, you know?
We didn't take it too serious at the start, but as the sort of time went on, the nature of the call got a bit more serious. It went from person in distress into a possible unconscious patient, and then we knew we were on there. Me and Kobe just jumped on the ski and just gunned it.
Jesse got there, then Robbo got there, Maxi got there, and we all got there, and we all just realised at the same time, this guy's dead.
Robbo, you jumped on top of him, Kobe held onto him, Jesse, you helped calm the blood. So everyone had a little role to make the retrieval, successful, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's good how we back each other up like that.
Different too, like you do a resus and you especially if it's successful, you get a good buzz out of it. But you drop the body off and hand it over to the police and you just get to the beach and you just got this numb feeling like you don't get any success out of it.
But what Jesse made a comment to the bloke, there's probably a good chance that maybe the family would never find the guy again if he didn't grab him or, so I think that's more of a success where the family can bring closure, have a funeral for him.
It's always good to know that you've got your mates there to support you.
People panic in all sorts of situations. And if you panic in the water, you're going to drown.
Swimmers on the edge, make sure you stay close to shore, especially if you're not very confident or a non-swimmer.
I'm watching these people in the flags. These group are panicking, screaming. And there's people in arm shot of them standing on the sandbank. When I first jumped on the board and paddled out, it was just one guy I was really particularly going for. But that changed really quickly.
Look at all the arms going up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're all gone.
We got Beanie going. Where you go?
I see the fourth guy, and he's having a good old drink of the Pacific. It goes through your mind every time doing a rescue without a board or a tube. It can be a struggle. They can try to drown you. It's trying to stay cool and trust your own ability.
Where's Maxi? Where's Maxi?
Mate.
Stop.
Those three were standing with their arms up and waving for help while they were standing.
Imagine the lecturers in here.
The whole time with the cross. Get out of the water.
Go straight in, brother.
Pretty much, that was panic in its finest form. They could have gone a couple of metres either way, but they panicked lost their cool and pretty much almost drowned.
The guy at the back was genuinely in trouble. Like, he needed help, and the three were just standing there with their arms up, waving for help.
It doesn't matter how good a swimmer you are or how bad you are, just don't panic. The rule of thumb is just stay calm and stay alive.
Mate, that was horrendous, Anne. Had to fully ditch the board to pull up something like drowning.
My biggest fear as a lifeguard would have to be losing a kid while on duty, and it's all your fault.
I would hate someone to die while I'm working. I remember it happening years ago, and it's a horrible, horrible feeling.
I'm not scared of rats, I'm not scared of spiders. I'm scared of the ultimate swell.
Every lifeguard has their own individual fears, but there's one thing that we're all afraid of.
Swimmers think about it, surfers definitely think about it, and us lifeguards always have that little bit of a worry every time we go in the water.
The last shark attack at Bondi was only a couple of years ago, and it was a great white. You know, as lifeguards, we really are intrigued by those creatures in the water and really want to see them.
Lead the charge.
I'm a lead now.
To a lead, look at him.
Jump aboard, guys. In the pre-season, we went down to Port Lincoln in South Australia to conquer all our fears and swim with the man-eaters, the great whites. Hey, mate, how are you?
Yeah, good. Sam.
Nice to meet ya.
Oh! So scared right now.
Oi, don't worry. Oi, you look at the cage. This cage is massive.
There are holes in the thing. I don't think I've ever been so scared in my whole life. I didn't think it was going to be this daunting, but now we're starting to move. It's a reality that we're going to see some sharks. I'm terrified. I was a pro surfer for about 10 years. During that time, I saw maybe 20-odd sharks. Without a doubt, it's a surfer's greatest fear. I don't know if I can get in the cage. Oh, what am I doing?
So much pressure for Kerbox to do this. If he pulls out now, he'll never hear the end of it.
Took around 2 hours to get out to the Neptune Islands where the great whites were. And yeah, once we got out there, we just anchored up and bellied up. Looks tasty.
So if you have a look over the side, you'll see it pumping over.
Oh.
You right, King? Look at this maniac over here.
There's one down deep, he's a little bit shy. Might be enough to bring him up, you know. Thrashing seal, something injured, bit of noise.
Kerbox hasn't moved an inch in the last half an hour. You know, he can't stop looking at the water.
What have I got myself in for here? I was kind of hoping we didn't get to see one, actually. That all soon changed.
Holy
Oh, you kidding?
the size of the thing.
Oh my God, man, that was nuts. We've got to sit down.
There is a massive great white under the boat. He's huge. I've never seen anything like it. It was nearly as wide as a car.
Here, sharky, sharky, sharky.
As soon as I seen it, I was just so psyched to get in there, but I think the older boys were a bit more scared than me and Maxi.
What about we got to get in there, box? It's about 4.5 metres.
I can't go in.
Kerbox has come this far. I hope he can take the final step and get down in the cage.
Rightio, ready to go, boys?
Yeah, ready. Yep,
Now, a couple of sharks cruising around. The biggest one will be close on 5 metres. How would you feel if that showed up at Bondi?
I was trying to act brave in front of the boys because I didn't want to let them know I was petrified. I kind of think they already knew that anyway.
Don't miss the cage, box. We're not going in over there.
Just go forward, box, but don't actually go in.
Yeah, everyone was nervous, but for me, it was pretty much my greatest fear. I
I remember getting in, I couldn't feel my legs, and I was getting so anxious and so uptight in there. I had a bit of a spew in the regulator. Mate, I was shitting myself. You just can't believe how big these things are.
It's a real mix of emotions. You're really excited, but you're really nervous and scared too.
I just thought to myself, what am I doing in this cage? Like, I'm out of here. I wanted to get out right there and then, but unfortunately I couldn't. I had Hoppo right behind me.
Originally, I wanted to touch the shark as it sort of went past, but that thought moved from my mind pretty quickly when we were in the water and saw the beast live in action. We were down there for 60, 75 minutes, and it was intense, but it was beautiful, and I'll never, ever forget it.
That was mental. That was real hard. All the time, mate, all the time.
Something that I hopefully never experience when I'm not in a cage, but mate, had a ball, unreal. What have I learned about great whites? Stay as far away as you can from their mouth. Their teeth look razor sharp.
The whole idea to go there was trying to cure my fear of sharks, especially being involved here with work, but I'm the complete opposite now. I just know they're in the ocean now, and it's made me worse.
Just around the corner from Bondi, at Bronte, we've been called for a dangerous threat. A big shark in the pool. We've got a predator amongst us. I've got to get it out. I'm going to go down and I'm going to remove the shark. I'm a shark hunter. It's alive. This is a rescue mission, everyone. That's what we're here for.
Oh my God.
Lifeguards don't just save lives, all right? That's not just humans. We help the animals too, you know? The shark...
Yeah, he's an oddball, Harries. He, you know, he can talk to the kids on the same level. He's pretty out there.
When I dove under and seen the shark, he could have dived straight into my hairstyle.
That's shark repellent, so I don't get bit.
I could tell that everyone started to actually enjoy what I was up to.
I'm here!
You know, I went from that entertainer to the shark hunter, from the shark hunter to the tadpole catcher.
Oh, he's got his teeth out!
There's a baby wobbegong. It wasn't known as a man-eater.
Yeah, if it had been any smaller, it would have probably slipped through the net.
Oh no! We've got to put him back! He's got to go home. Say goodbye, everyone! Righto. There he goes. Oh.
Rescued many people, but never rescued a shark, so it's great.